Hello everyone, how are you? Welcome to Passionately Intrigued Arts and More with Tracy. I got more for you today. I'm cleaning these cast iron skillets so that I can season them. I acquired these through an estate sale this past summer. And I got 3 of them, and they were quite sticky and rusted. And the beauty of the estate sale, everything that they had in the estate sale was free. So I got all these free. I got this small, was it 4, 5, 6? I don't know what size it is. Another small one, kind of medium. I would actually call this a medium. I think this might be a 10 inch. 10 inch, 8 inch, I don't know, I didn't measure. So I've already cleaned these. Whoa! Okay, I've already cleaned these 2 to the best of my ability. And they were gummy. And from my understanding, cast iron skillets become gummy from leaving too much oil in them. They were gummy and had some rust. So the first thing you do is thoroughly clean them using soap. Now, after you season them, you do not use soap on your cast iron skillets. But I poured in coarse salt, and I let this sit overnight to absorb some of that gooky stuff. And they're very, very sticky. And so I'm just going to take this metal spatula and try and get that gum up. And then I'll use some hot water and a stainless steel doohickey and rub that kosher salt in to get off more of this gooky stuff. It's really gummy. Very sticky. I even have a knife to go around the perimeter. Anything you can use to scrape it up, give you a head start. Let me just show you from these other pots. It's really nasty. Hold on. I don't want to put my fingers on it. But look at that gooky gummy stuff. Something stuck to it, but that's that gooky gummy stuff that was on there. Well, we're going to get them clean. Clean and reusable. Repurpose, reduce, reuse. Alright, I think I can scrape that in. Plug your ears. Sorry for the loud noise. So now I'm just going to dampen this scrub here and rub this salt into the pan. Trying to get off more layers of that gum. And look at that. I couldn't let these fine cast iron skillets go to somebody else. I had to grab them, as nasty as they were, because I knew and I know that they can be refurbished. I'm trying to steer away from using those Teflon coated pots and pans, replacing them with cast iron and stainless steel pans that I get from estate sales like this and also thrift shops. And they are quite costly. That is so nasty. This was the worst one with the gummy stuff. Okay, let me turn on the hot water. Look at my hands. Oh my goodness. Let me do my hands first. Maybe like that DIY soap container. Dish soap container. Convenience. Anywho, back to the subject at hand. See if I can get this stuff off my hands. I'm going to have to use some degreaser. That is awful. Look at that. Okay. Wow. And that water's hot. So what I'm going to do first is spray this with some. This is a combination of Awesome and Fabulosus. I'm going to spray it with that first. See if I can break up some of that grease. Let me spray my hands and see if I can get that off. Yeah, that works better. Jeez. We'll be cutting those fingernails off. Look at that nasty stuff. Alright, so now I'm going to use this again. This steel spatula. I'm going to let that sit a minute. I'm going to give it 5 minutes and let that sit. I'll be right back. Back, y'all. It's been 5 minutes, and that's been soaking with the degreaser. And what I'm going to do now, I thought I had another scrubbing stainless steel scrubber, but I don't. So I've got this, whatever this thing is. I'm going to soak it with water and put some soap on it. Dawn dish soap, y'all. I don't know if it makes a difference, but that's what I have in here. And now I'm going to scrub it real good again. Let me just put some soap in the pan. That's what I'm going to do. And I can feel the gumminess still with this as I'm scrubbing it. So my hopes is to get all this off like I did the other two pans. Still nasty. Okay, that salt and degreaser doesn't even allow the Dawn to suds up. I'm going to rinse this off and let's take a look at it. I haven't even touched the backside. It's getting there. It's getting better, but I'm going to scrub off some more because I still feel sticky. So that's much better. Let's rinse out the inside. So that's better, but it's still rusty. Can you see that? It's still a little rusty. But when we season it in the oven, it's going to bring it back to life. Okay. The next step is to dry these up. So let me rinse these two again. Got some soap suds on them. Then you'll want to dry them off a paper towel. At this point, you sit them on a hot stove so that they'll thoroughly dry. You do that before you put your oil on them. They're on the stove. I've got it set at medium to take the moisture out. It takes about a minute. Okay, at this point, what you want to do is get a high smoke point oil, which can be, I think, canola, avocado. There's another one I don't know. But anyway, anywho, I've got some avocado oil. And you're going to want to rub this on the pan. The skillet. Put my glove on because they might still be warm. And you want to coat this on all sides. Everything. The handles, everything. Move it over here. Yeah, that's still a little hot. Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can work with this mitt to rub this oil on. So you want to put a thin layer and cover everything. The handles, the side, the bottom. Add a little bit more oil to this towel. And coat this underside. Now this was really rusty on the bottom here. Okay, I think I got it all covered. And then you'll take a dry paper towel and rub off some of this excess oil. You just want a thin layer. Now I have set my oven to 450 degrees. So you'll set, once you finish doing this, you'll set them in the oven. Let's do all three, so we can do all this at one time. Let's get the handle, both sides, and bottom. We'll take the dry paper towel and rub off the excess. Alright, let's put that one over until we do this last tiny one. What will I cook in this little thing? Don't know. Single serving of, or a double serving of cornbread? I don't know. A cookie? Chocolate chip skillet cookie? It don't matter. It's cast iron. And I love them. Alright, let's get that excess oil off. And now you place them into the oven. Although I set it at 450 degrees, it's not there yet. You still set them in the oven. After it reaches 450 degrees, then you leave it in for an hour. After you leave it in for that hour, you let the oven completely cool off. And if necessary, you repeat the process with the oil if you want them to be seasoned really, really good. You can do it again with the oil and put them back in there for another hour. So what we're going to do is put these in the oven now. Alright, let's see if you can... Oh, that one's still hot. Let's see if you can see inside this oven. You line the bottom tray. Can you see that? You line the bottom tray with some foil, or I have these cooking silicone sheets. I don't know what they're actually called. But you line that bottom one with something to catch any drips if there might be drips. Let me raise it up right here. And place your cast iron skillets in upside down. Oh, that's heavy. And it's sliding with the oil. Just like that. So all three of them fit on one rack. We're going to close that up and let the temperature get to 450 degrees. And once that happens, I'm going to set the timer for an hour and let it bake. Let it cool off, and I'll come back and show you the results. Okay? I appreciate you coming in and watching. We'll finish this video shortly. Shortly for you, a little bit of time for me.
2 hours later.
I'm back 2.5 hours later. It's cooled off. Let's see what they look like. Should be cooled off. Yeah, it's just warm down. I know my fire alarm went off. These things smoked up so bad. The security company called me and everything. Oh my God. Anywho, let's see how clean they are. You know, they're still a little warm. Oh, but look at that. Look at that. Now, if you want it cured again, you can do it again. You can put some oil in there and put it back in there. I am not going to. Let's look at the baby one. Okay, looking good. Got a few spots on it. Feels okay. I might, maybe a little, because you still coat these with a little oil when you leave them out. Alright, let's look at the big one. The bigger one. Okay. A little spotty to me. I don't know what the spots are from. So I might put some more oil on here. Do it again and throw it back in the oven one more time. Look like I got a leopard disease. I don't know what's going on. But that's how you do it. That's how you clean and season your cast iron skillets. Tell me what you think. Hit that thumbs up, please, and thank you. Definitely leave a comment and come back for more. Love ya. Toodles. Deuces. Put them back in the oven for another go round. But I just wanted to show you my little quick manicure because those nails were hideous. Much better. Thank you for watching once again. See ya.